The time trial leads the riders first up and then down the Côte d'Or, which is this hill here that runs hundreds of kilometers to the south of us, and is made by a big fault that is right below my feet. And then they'll take the Route des Grands Crus, which is named that way because it's coming through the most famous location in the world to grow Pinot Noir grapes. Let's do a little wine tour. These east-facing slopes are fantastic to grow vines. They don't look like much, but most of the action is actually below the surface. When there's a thick, moist soil, these vines can get lazy. They can make big grapes, but their juices are a bit diluted. It's better if the vines have to work for their water. Here, the soils are thinner and drier, and the roots of the vine have to grow down into the underlying bedrock in order to get to the water. And when they have to work so hard, the grapes are going to be smaller, but the flavors are going to be more concentrated. And why they can grow down into the underlying bedrock here, I can show you around the corner. In this quarry at the top of Côte d'Or, we can have a look below the surface. We find about 1 meter of soil. Below that, maybe 2 meters of rocks that are a bit broken up. And below that, we have solid limestone. And that is terrible for vines to grow. But the slope of Côte d'Or was made by a fault. And in a zone around faults, rocks are broken and shattered. And that's where the roots of the vines can work their way down in search of water. Now obviously it takes a lot more than just some soil and fractured rock to make a great wine. It takes a great winemaker. But it's no coincidence that the 1% of the best wines of Burgundy, the so-called Grands Crus, are grown right here on the fault. And they're not just the best wines, they're also the most expensive wines in the world. In fact, the winner of today's stage with the prize money can afford about 1 glass of this fantastic wine. Santé! We really hope that you're enjoying our clips of the geology of the Tour de France and other cycling races, and we love bringing it to you. And there's plenty where that came from, but we can't do it without your financial support. So click on the link, consider a donation, and we hope to see you next year.